Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we are using the Necrozma team once again with Kangaskhan, Necrozma, Xerneas, Incineroar, Amoonguss, and Tapu Fini. This team has been doing pretty well so far on camera, and yeah, I've been very happy about it, but I don't know why. I can't play it off camera. I have no idea why. I just can't play it well off camera. I've had multiple teams in the past that function like this, but yeah, I don't know. I just really don't know. I do think this team is good. I feel like there are just so many situations where I feel like I need to know like what exactly I need to do in this position, because like I feel that this team can have some difficult times. Playing defensively is obviously sometimes amazing, but obviously can lead to some stuff if your momentum gets a little bit snowballed out. And I feel like this team is a good example of it, because like I can get amazing momentum if I get like a good calm mind with Necrozma, Geomancy with Xerneas, Setos with the Fini, or some Sleeps with Amoonguss. But I think I can snowball really outhill if my opponent has a bunch of moves that can just out damage me. There are like multiple Pokemon I'm still afraid of. I'm still actually afraid of Kyogre. I think Kyogre is actually really difficult for this team to handle, depending on the partner too, because I think it just is super. I don't know, like this team doesn't exactly have the best water resist. I don't even like bringing Amoonguss against Kyogre. I don't even think we really brought Amoonguss. Have we brought Amoonguss in many games? I don't think I even brought Amoonguss like outside videos either. So, but actually no, we have brought Amoonguss. We have brought Amoonguss against Rayoga teams. I guess I just haven't brought Amoonguss lately. Ooh, what is this? Oranguru, Groudon, and Necrozma Dawnwings with Tapu Koko, Salamence, and Mawile. So two Mega Evolutions, a Primal Groudon, and an Oranguru. Oranguru's got some interesting stuff now because it's the ability Symbiosis, which can pass an item to your partner if the item has been used, but I don't think we're going to really see it here. I just don't see anything that really benefits it. Mega Stones and the red orb doesn't count, neither does the Z move on Necrozma. Only thing could use this Tapu Koko, and I don't even think that would be that good of a strategy. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Necrozma's really good here, but I do have to worry about the Lunala. Lunala's super scary. I think I'm going to go in Necrozma, Incineroar. Yeah, I think Necrozma and Incineroar is a good lead. I think Kangaskhan and Fini are good in the back. Amoonguss doesn't seem too bad, but I just don't really like it, even if I'm facing a Trick Room team, because yeah, like Amoonguss could Spore theoretically, but of course I'm bringing my own Tapu Fini, my opponent could bring their own Tapu Koko. Not exactly the best Pokemon to deal with Mawile either, or Groudon, or Salamence, unless it can Spore, and since we can't really Spore anything, it's kind of hard. I'm not sure how Amoonguss is, like, not really that good against Trick Room anymore, but it's, you know, still good against Xerneas, which is probably the big thing Amoonguss is good for. We're gonna see the Tapu Koko and Oranguru lead, so that's interesting here. I think a fake out in the Tapu Koko is just super obvious. I think it's super obvious. Like, I could easily make the fake out play. I really don't want to, actually, because of the fact that it might be just too obvious. Like, my opponent, I feel like, just can get a Trick Room up potentially. Also, you might be scared of a Z move Incineroar, so I could definitely see the Koko switching. Well, you probably wouldn't assume Z Incineroar, but it could be a thing. You could just switch out Tapu Koko, I think, into maybe your Mawa, but probably not, because Necrozma could carry Earth Power. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe a Hard Switch from Tapu Koko could be a thing, but I could see Tapu Koko staying in as well. So quite a few factors here. I think I'm going to U-turn the Oranguru here and just Calm Mind. Yeah, because Tapu Koko is going to switch out, not really wanting to, you know, fake out Trick Room, waste a turn to Trick Room. So yeah, Groudon's going to come out here, no surprise there. So I do get that call right. I'm able to U-turn out, which is really good here, and that U-turn is going to be super great for our position here, as we can get in our Kangaskhan and fake out another Calm Minds. The problem is that Groudon's going to be really annoying to deal with. We do also get good damage on Oranguru too. U-turn is going to do a decent amount, but still not completely convinced. As we do get the special attack, special defense raise, we will U-turn out. Maybe Amoonguss would have been good in the fact I could Rage Powder here. Wow, that is not a physically defensive Oranger. That is definitely a bulky, especially defensive bulky Oranger. We're gonna go Kangaskhan here, since of course we can fake out the Groudon. Of course, I might be wary of a Stomping Tantrum that could always go out into Necrozma, but I could always switch in Incineroar the following turn. This is gonna be an interesting spot. I could go for a Earth Power into the Necrozma slot, but I don't think that would be able to. That wouldn't KO the Oranguru, and it could activate a potential Berry. Although I don't think it'd be Berry. Like, I think if anything, it could be like a Mental Herb. Or maybe even a Psychium Z. Just so you can guarantee Trick Room up potentially. Gonna Mega Evolve and fake out here the Groudon. Oranguru could also switch out too, but I'm not sure. Maybe a Foul Play could come out, but I don't know how much that does to Necrozma actually. Let's see. I'm gonna protect. Could have predicted that, but I just don't see a reason to predict that because fake out damage is kind of mediocre. I guess maybe because I could have fake out Earth Power maybe, but I still think I'm in fine position. Yeah, Foul Play comes out, so that's gonna hurt a bit. Oh jeez, that did more than I thought. Ooh, we could be well as long as I can get into position with my Necrozma next to Feeny in an endgame situation, I think I'll still be fine regardless. So I'm gonna switch out here into Incineroar once again. And just protect Necrozma. I don't want to Mega Evolve I don't want to burst just yet. I think I'm gonna need. I'm just worried. If +2 Earth Power doesn't knock out a Oranguru, I am in a bit of trouble. And of course, it is the Tapu Koko that could revenge KO my Necrozma if it gets too low. So there are multiple factors I gotta worry about. But I have to go Incineroar here. Rotate, Intimidate. And if my opponent misses one of the Precipice Blades, that's a really good sign for us. So let's see here. We will protect our Necrozma once again. As we'll see the Gravity setup. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Because I can figure out Groudon again. And I could go for a... yeah, that's perfect actually. So we are going to see a Precipice Blades come out. Doesn't knock out. One of the Oranguru would switch out this turn. We are burning valuable turns of Trick Room. We only have 2 more left if I imagine, right? If I did count this right. Yeah, 2 turns of Trick Room. Good, good, good. We can Calm Mind again. And we could also Photon Geyser, which wouldn't be a bad play, but I'd rather fake out and just Calm Mind again. Yeah. Ground I'm gonna protect. Again, faking out a Oranguru doesn't even matter because it does have the inner focus ability. Unless I really want to U-turn out, I think I was in a good position regardless. So yeah, we'll see here. We're gonna see the Foul Play once again, which is completely okay. Yeah, it doesn't do too much. We get a Calm Mind off into the slot. Okay. Luckily my opponent went for Gravity because I feel like in any other situation it could have been worse. I also got to keep my Incineroar around, so now I can just protect my Necrozma here, and I can U-turn out. I think I U-turn out the Oranguru, but it could protect here. Let's see, if it protects, I think I'm still fine because I could get in Kang and just double-edge the Oranguru. Or I could go Feeny potentially and hope that 2 Calm Minds allow me to knock out the Oranguru for Earth Power. I could also Flare Blitz, but I kind of want to try to keep Incineroar around if I can to deal with the Mawile. So let's see. There are a bunch of situations that could happen here. My opponent could also try to get in something like a Tapu Koko to try and threaten my Necrozma afterward. But yeah, there are quite a few situations that could be deadly. So, okay, Necrozma protects. Oranguru doesn't look like a protected, which is good. We will see a U-turn come out. If this does knock out, I'm in a great spot. If it doesn't... I mean, not knockout, but let's see. No Berry, it looks like. Okay, good. We can go Feeny here. And then we can Heal Pulse our Necrozma the following turn. And just Earth Power the Oranguru slot. So this is good. As we're gonna see foul play into the Necrozma again. Okay, and just Precipice Blades. So my opponent really not wanting to instruct Precipice Blades, it looks like. But then again, the Oranguru looks like it's just slower than the Necrozma, so this works out fine. Tapu Fini takes a decent amount, and it is at -1, but we're in a great position now. I do want to Photon Geyser the Oranguru. I do want to Heal Pulse my Necrozma. I would probably see my opponent attacking here with both Pokemon, a Precipice Blades and a Trick Room, because if I don't knock out your Oranguru, at least you get the Precipice Blades off in the Necrozma, to where if you're worried about Groudon and I get... Because I feel like even if you lose Groudon, you get Trick Room up, which is like super valuable to you, I think. So I don't think there's a reason to protect the Groudon, because it's, I think, an expendable member at this point. Because if you can get Trick Room up, I feel like that's amazing momentum for you. So we'll get Necrozma in its burst form. Oh, my opponent does go for Protect. I don't think the Protect was good for my opponent, because now I get Earth Power off into the Oranguru. I knock it out, and then now I can Earth Power the whatever comes in the following turn. If it's Tapu Koko, can't knock out my Necrozma because he didn't even get the Precipice Blades damage off, to where Twinkle Tackle would knock out my Necrozma now. So I'm in a fantastic spot. We should probably be seeing that Tapu Koko, I would imagine, coming out right here. Yeah. This is great. Even if it's Salamence in the back, I really don't mind. I don't think my opponent has to switch into Earth Power. You do have your own Necrozma, I guess. I could just Earth Power to Tapu Koko and go Incineroar, but I don't really like that play too much. I think I'm just going to Earth Power the Groudon again, and I think I'm actually just going to go for an Icy Wind. The reason I'm going to go for an Icy Wind is I think it's my best play right here, because if Tapu Koko attacks my Fini, that's a fine position, because Tapu Koko's still not doing too much to me. So, yeah, you can knock out my Fini, I'll be able to knock out the Groudon, and then, yeah, this is going to become a bit of an interest. Oh, it's Life Orb, Tapu Koko. Here comes the Earth Power. Let's knock out the Groudon. And yeah, we're in a good position now. Gravity returns to normal. Incineroar or Kangaskhan is the question. I think Kangaskhan just to bluff Fake Out. I think I'll go... Hard to say. You know what? I'm gonna go Incineroar here. Because I think I want to Snarl the Lunala if it is in the back. Or if it's Mawile in the back, I do want to get Earth Power and Intimidate off. But yeah, it's the Necrozma in the back. So, we don't know what kind of Necrozma set this is, which makes this game very interesting. I think a Fake Out on Tapu Koko could be super obvious. The question is, does Tapu Koko protect or does it go on the offense? Because I kind of want to just Snarl here and protect. And I think that's a play I think I'm willing to risk here. Because if I Fake Out Earth Power your Tapu Koko, I think Kangaskhan just wins the game. I'm not sure my opponent wants to do that, so we'll see here. It could also, yeah, just... The question is, who does Necrozma attack? Maybe that's the question I should have asked myself, because that is going to be the thing. Because if you Earth Power then... If you Earth Powered Incineroar, this is not exactly the best spot. No, I probably should have just Earth Powered Snarled. Because I lost nothing by that. I might lose Incineroar here without it. I think this was a bad play overall. Tapu Koko didn't protect either, so I could have just got the knockout. Looks like Gleam gonna come out. Okay. Is that Moongeist being coming out, or is that gonna be something else? Life Orb. Oh, it's just Moongeist Beam. Okay, that works out in my favor then. As long as we hit. Nice. Alright, awesome. So we get a good chunk of damage to both of these Pokemon. We lower the special attack of both, which means basically you're not KOing me. Unless you crit. That wouldn't be fun. That wouldn't be funny. Actually, plus 2 Zemu should knock out the Tapu Koko to protect now. So I'll just go for that, and I think I'm just gonna go for no Snarl. U-turn's better. Yeah, U-turn's better than Necrozma. We're gonna see another Dazzling Gleam. Please don't do something stupid. Okay, good. It does activate Berry on Incineroar. No, I didn't have Berry. I lost it already. Moongeist Beam gonna come out. Let's see. Oh, I've never seen Ultra Necrozma use Moongeist Beam. That's actually a sick animation. That does nothing. I probably didn't even have to. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. We'll go for the Z move, a bit overkill, but we want to KO Tapu Koko to protect in case it decides to go for protects, and my opponent maybe tried to crit and Moongeist Beam Necrozma maybe for a last chance situation, which I think that was like maybe my opponent's only chance, but now we get to light that burst the sky. I'll see you when this animation's over. It's pretty long. Alright, Tapu Koko goes down, nice, and then we get to go for a U-turn into the Necrozma slot, and now we can bring out Kang, we can go for a Fake Out, Earth Power. I mean, we shouldn't be able to lose, because only one more hit is guaranteed to knock out the Necrozma, whether from my Kangaskhan or my Necrozma here. So actually, let's not waste time by going for Fake Out. Let's just go for Earth Power Crunch and finish this game off. Or Double Edge. Might as well just go for Double Edge, not reveal Crunch. We don't have to reveal Crunch if we don't have to. Match is going to be forfeit since my opponent realizes there's not really a chance for my opponent to win this game. So, nice. Able to pick up a win, and yeah, I just let's see. I think I was just could have been a really different game. I feel like that game could have gone completely different. I actually didn't realize how much I would struggle in a potential end game right there. Depending on if I lost Incineroar that one turn with the Instruct Precipice Blades combination. But I guess since my opponent couldn't actually do that now that I think about it, because my opponent never really went for Precipice Blades, so because he kept protecting on my fake outs, so that means he didn't have a shot of going for it. Since the Oranguru, sometimes Oranguru with Trick Room Primals, what you'll do is you'll run 86 speed Oranguru, which requires a little bit of a speed investment, but the thing is you're going to be able to have your Primals move first and then go for an attack into the opponents with Precipice Blades, Water Spout, Eruption, whatever you want to go for. Then you can Instruct with Oranguru and go for it again. So that was the strategy we kind of saw sometimes, and it looks like we didn't see in that case because the Oranguru actually moved before the Groudon in all scenarios, and since my opponent never got Precipice Blades off because I was usually always faking out the Groudon, you couldn't go for that combination. So I guess my opponent couldn't really go for that, so I guess it ended up working in our favor. If it was like the other kind of Groudon, I mean, the other kind of Oranguru area was a faster variant where it could actually instruct the Groudon after it moved. That could have been super scary, but luckily that wasn't the case, and we were able to pick up a win. As we get an error, but since I'm not using the battle spot code, it doesn't take forever to restart my 3DS, but we'll be right back with the second game of today's episode, it looks like. Alright, we got Luigi from Germany, 1545 rating as our second opponent. This match is so bad. Is it? It kind of is. It really is. Alright. I think I know the form bring. I really want to bring Feeny, but I don't think Feeny's good. What am I seeing my opponent bring? Lunala, definitely. Xerneas, 100%. It's a toss-up because I think Incineroar should come, and I'm thinking you could bring either Salamence or Sakataka. Either way, it's not going to be a fun time. Lunala is a very tough matchup. Even with Kangaskhan, since it's a Xerneas, not exactly the prettiest matchup for me. Yeah, so we could go Kangaskhan plus Xerneas, which isn't exactly the worst lead case in the world. Since I'm slow, it's not exactly too helpful. Let's go Kangaskhan. I just don't see a reason not to try out Kangaskhan Xerneas. Amoonguss and Incineroar in the back. Yeah, this could be a really bad matchup. I think this is a really bad matchup. I don't even think Feeney's that good here. Yes, Light Screen is amazing here. I'm not sure if that's gonna really help me. Like, it can slow down my opponent, but it really just depends. We don't know what Lunala set this is either, which is scary. If it's a Psycho variant, that's very, very troublesome. Very troublesome. Lunala Salamence is gonna lead, so that's not too bad. Because I'll lead Kangaskhan Xerneas. I have Scrappy Fake Out. I can go for a Scrappy Fake Out on the Lunala. Go for a Geomancy right here. As long as the Salamence doesn't have like a Roar tech, we should be fine here. I definitely want to break the Shadow Shield. But my opponent, because I feel like I might have to make reads. My opponent might think, oh, because I feel like Tailwind Protects is so obvious potentially. You know what? Super obvious play. I'm gonna go for Geomancy Fake Out on the Salamence because I think Lunala would not want Shadow Shield broken here. Even if Tailwind goes up, if I fake out your Lunala and you lose your Shadow Shield, you're in a weird spot. I could see Stack Attack coming in potentially, but Moonblast and a low kick should finish it off. That's so theoretical because I actually don't know. Especially, actually, it depends on my opponent about Stack Attack here. There's a decent chance because I think Salamence would just switch out to Stack Attack. Oh, we're not seeing any protects at all. Okay. Oh, did my opponent have double Tailwind? That's a little bit concerning. Okay. So I kind of want these Pokemon on the field right now. Yeah, I want these Pokemon on the field right now. As long as it's not Tailwind Psych Up Lunala, which we did see win an international championship back in Moon Series. I think Incineroar is just a really solid play here, I think. And protecting Xerneas. Because I'm trying to cover for a lot of situations. I want to put Salamence at -1 potentially. Wait. Who moved first? I don't remember the Salamence carried Roar potentially. If it did have Roar deck. I should have paid attention to speed order. I forget. I didn't know if the Salamence flinched or not. I don't remember if it flinched before my Xerneas went for the Geomancy or after. This could be a really bad situation. We're gonna hope that if it has Roar, that we're in such a bad position. Let's hope it doesn't. We're gonna Incineroar in. We do get an Intimidate off in the Salamence, which is pretty crucial here. Looks like no switch out from my opponent's end. Are we gonna see a Mega Evolution finally? We are gonna see that Mega Evolution finally. So I'm guessing my opponent's gonna try to go on the offense here. What if it's Tailwind Wide Guard on the Lunala? I doubt it, but it could be a situation because you don't need Psy Shock absolutely on this team. Lunala going to protect actually, which works out in our favor. And what does Salamence do? Don't tell me it's a Roar. All right, double 2 protects coming out. Double Edge, okay. Into the Kangaskhan slot, which is okay. My opponent was probably worried about like Crunch. That double Edge still did a lot. That's like max attack. Jeez. You won't knock on my. I want to say you won't knock on my Xerneas with double. You should not be able to knock on my Xerneas with double edge plus Z Moongeist Beam. I'm gonna go for the U-turn into the Lunala, and I want to say Moonblast. Ooh, questionable. Yeah, I want to keep Salamence alive, actually. Because it's not doing much. Salamence is going to retreat into the Incineroar on my opponent's side. So good play on my opponent's end. I don't mind this too much because I'll get Kangen and I can fake out here, which is a pretty good situation. And Lunala, again, can't knock out my Xerneas, which is pretty big here. Z-Moongeist Beam is going to do a lot, but shouldn't KO. Don't know if this puts me in the Psyshock range, though. That's like the big question mark. We also don't know what kind of Incineroar this is. I feel like it should be Dark type move for opposing Lunalas, because I feel like opposing Lunalas really suck. Like that would really suck for my opponent. I don't know. We'll see here. And yeah, there was no point of faking out with Incineroar, I think. I was hoping the Salamence would stay on the field, but it's a good play because you don't want exactly your Salamence to get knocked out potentially, since it still can do some good damage here. Okay, that is nowhere near KO range. Okay, so we get a Moonblast off into the Lunala. Puts in Gleam range. We also lowered special attack, which is, you know, useful. I don't know how much that's gonna really matter. I mean, in the long run. Because I feel like everything goes down to Gleam now. Regardless. So we saw Protect from Lunala. We saw Tailwind. We saw Moongeist Beam. Really it's going to come down to the last move my opponent has. I think we go Kangaskhan here. We just fake out Gleam, I think. Do I need Scrappy Fake Out? Is it really that important anymore? Theoretically, it could still be useful. I'm gonna fake out Gleam. Because fake out a Psyshock is gonna knock out Xerneas if Incineroar does outspeed my Kang. Which it probably does. I guess I could just fake out Protect here, because I feel like if Lunala had Roar, I would have went for it already. Ooh, switch out from Xerneas. Into what? Salamence, okay. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine regardless, actually. That actually might put me in a better spot. I got to fake out the Salamence. Psyshock, yeah, that's fine. I could have got a double knockout here, but I think my opponent wanted that, actually. I think you were trying to get Incineroar next to Xerneas for a Geomancy situation. So now... I don't really want that position. Can I really stop it? I can't let Tailwind get up again, that's for sure. Because that would put me in a bad spot. I think I have to go for like Crunch Moonblast. I could Gleam go into Incin, theoretically. I just don't know if Xerneas is Wide Guard, because I could see it having Wide Guard too. And if it has Wide Guard... No, wait, it has Psyshock. It has to have Moongeist Beam too. Okay. We can go Incin here. Or Amoonguss. Amoonguss works. And Gleam. Oh, I got my moves in time. Okay, that took some thinking. That took some thinking. But I want to go Amoonguss here because that means the Xerneas can't set up like it wants to. So we get a double knockout here because my opponent does want that situation with Incineroar next to Xerneas. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because now Incineroar and Xerneas should be coming out, and then we're in a good spot. Because a Moonblast won't knock out my Xerneas at the range I'm at. I can go for a Moonblast into my opponent's Xerneas. Yeah, we're in a fine spot. I just want to figure out how I don't choke this. My Amoonguss has Aqua Berry, so I'll live a Flare Blitz easily. Question is, who do I want to Spore, I guess? I think the play is just to Gleam and kind of want to Moonblast his Xerneas. I'm just trying to think. What if you protect Xerneas and then Incineroar goes for Flare Blitz? That's like the one question, because I feel like that might be your out at this point. I think a mid-ground play is just to clear Smog and Gleam. Yeah, I really don't want to risk a single play screwing me over if I double up the Xerneas slot. The match is going to be forfeit. What? You could have played a 50-50 right there. It was a protect and then the attack with Incineroar. Maybe you hope for a Flare Blitz crit at that point, but because my opponent didn't want to play that out because, I don't know, maybe they thought that there wasn't exactly a chance there. I felt like the game wasn't over by a long shot, but looks like my opponent didn't feel that way. So it was a good thing I remembered Psyshock earlier because Psyshock was pretty huge. It meant my opponent 100% didn't have Wide Guard. So since we already saw Tailwind, we saw Psyshock, we saw the Z move, and we saw Protect. We already confirmed all 4 moves. That means no Wide Guard, which means Xerneas got double KO. I saw what my opponent tried to do in getting that, because let's say I went for the Gleam that turn, my opponent gets a free switch in Incineroar and Xerneas gets to figure Geo. I'm not exactly in the best spot there because Kangaskhan is intimidated, so it's not doing much to Xerneas. That Xerneas gets Geomancy, it actually outspeeds both my Pokemon. And if I double edge the Xerneas slot, it doesn't really matter because of the fact that I actually put myself in range of a potential Gleam from the Xerneas, and the Xerneas is going to be faster than me. So while my Xerneas is probably a roll to KO the Incineroar or the Xerneas, unless I went for the attack into the Incineroar slot, which leaves Xerneas potentially open. So also can get a Gleam crit or something like that, and that would have been pretty bad. So I thought, okay, getting in a position with Amoonguss I feel like is the best play, because Amoonguss I think would have been getting Amoonguss would have been in a decent spot because of the fact that it would have basically forced a situation where as long as you don't get like a Moonblast crit at neutral, and even if you do, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it would have been okay. So luckily we were able to position ourselves in that game. I think we were able to stall out Tailwind effectively. My opponent wasn't able to do much. Special attack jump actually might have mattered because maybe my opponent would have, after Geomancy, might have put me into range of Gleam. I feel like I was still in Moonblast range potentially after Fake Out from Incineroar, but I'm not too sure about that. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. It shows the support. As well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the sides of my channel, and all that other good stuff will be linked down below, as well as the Apes Fantasy team if you do want to go try it out. And yeah, otherwise you can support my channel. There is my Patreon page if you want to go that extra mile, but you could always leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below, as those really do help me out. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.